Are we recording? Yeah, yes we are. All right, so welcome to the lecture, and in this one we are going to talk about network attached storage. And this video is going to be a two-part video. That means in the first one we are going to talk about the theoretical parts, and do the initial installation for the solution that I'm going to go for. And in the second video we are going to do the configurations and maybe doing some RAID configs as well, and we'll see. All right, so welcome to the video one then. All right, so we are going to talk about network attached storages, and let's start from the first slide. Where's my cursor? All right, here you are. Okay, so the first question is what is NAS, right? So NAS or network attached storage is a device that's specifically designed for storing and managing data that is connected to a network. Okay, so it will allow multiple users and devices to access and share data if they have permission. So what are the features that we have with a NAS? So we have centralized storage. That means we have a centralized place to share all our files, and we have different type of supported protocols with this NAS, like Samba, NFS, AFP. So we have file sharing protocols, and in some solutions they support media streaming, right? And other than that, we have RAID configuration, so redundant array of independent disks. RAID stands for that. And in the next video, in the video 2, I'll give some sort of an idea what is RAID, and what are the types of RAID, and what are the meaning of those types of RAID. So I'll give some sort of idea about those things in the second video. And we have the scalability, we have remote access, and also we have different types of applications. Like now in the with the solutions we have for NAS, it not just providing NAS, it's provide other features as well. So the solution that we are going to go for provide virtualization as well. So we'll see when we are actually going with the thing. All right, then there's another term that's going to pop up if you search regarding this topic. It's SAN. So what's the difference? There's something called NAS and there's another one called SAN. Yes, there's a difference. So in a SAN, so SAN means a storage area network, and it is a very high speed network that provide access to consolidated block level data storage. So the thing is, NAS is a file level storage and SAN is a block level storage. So unlike NAS, which is file based, SAN is designed to connect storage devices such as disk arrays and tape libraries to servers appearing to the operating system or locally attached storage, as a locally attached storage. So that means the operating system thinks whatever the SAN that he's connecting to, it's directly attached. The storage devices are directly attached to the end device itself. But when it comes to NAS, the computer knows this is not a directly attached device. This is a network, like I'm accessing this storage using the network in NAS. But in SAN, that's not the case. And the thing is, it's very high speed, but the thing is the cost. It's very the cost is very high, and it's very complex, and it is suitable for a large scale business, but not for a low size or like a medium size business. We'll see. Okay, we'll see what are the differences and everything. So you can see in the diagram we have SAN and the NAS, but you can see the NAS have like a separate server, but in this case we have this fiber switch, and remember these connections are usually fiber or iSCSI. So in the NAS we are going to use Ethernet, but in SAN basically we are going to use fiber. That means it's very fast. That's why it's very expensive as well. All right, so these are some differences between SAN and NAS. As you can see, So SAN runs on high-speed fiber channel networks, and NAS runs primarily on Ethernet using TCP/IP networks. And other than that, the data processing is in SAN, it's in block level, and in NAS, it's file level. And you can see the protocols that they have different protocols running on each other. The performance-wise, SAN is designed for a high throughput and low latency, while NAS generally has high latency and lower throughput due to its lower file systems. And ease of management, SAN, it's a bit hard to manage. That means it requires some amount of administration. But when it comes to NAS, it's easy to manage. You'll see, right? And users, SAN primarily used for high performance block level data storage, while NAS used for long distance small read and write operations. So let's go for the next slide. Then there's another term, DAS, right? If you're searching about these things, you're gonna come up with these two terms, NAS, SAN, and DAS. So what is DAS? DAS stands for directly attached storage. Refers to a dedicated server or a storage device that is not connected to a network. So it's not connected to a network, right? And a computer's internal hard disk is the simplest example of DAS. To access DAS files, the user or computer must have access to the physical storage. So basically this is not that complex. That means, like, if you have a hard disk and if you're attaching the hard disk to the computer, that's DAS. Right? So DAS has better performance than NAS, obviously, and especially for compute intensive software programs. So this is due to dedicated disk access while avoiding the latency of network traffic. So in its purest form, DAS might be nothing more than just the drives that go in a server. So DAS is not something new. We all use DAS, right? So there are some explanations for these terms when you are going through the slides. I'll just move the slides a little bit like this. So when you're going through the slide, just pause the video and try to go through these explanations when you are going through the video. All right. Okay. So the next one, we don't have a next one. All right. Then let's move to the practical. So for the practical, I'm going to use VirtualBox, and also this is the solution I'm going to go for. So TrueNAS, okay, so very popular solution in the community, and this TrueNAS have two versions, enterprise version and the community edition. As you can see, the community edition is free, so that's what we are going for. So I'm going to click the community edition, and in here we have two options. One is for scale, TrueNAS scale, and one is for TrueNAS scope. So go through the documentation, you will see what are the differences we have. The scale one is actually for, like, if you want to scale the solution, but in this case I'm not going to go for that. I just want to install the solution and get the services easily. So I'm going to go with the core version. So download core, click that. From here select no thank you, I have already signed up. Click that, then the download gonna start. From here click download beta. From here beta, let me see, yeah, it's gonna be 950 megabytes. Okay, so download the thing, and once you're ready we can move to the VM. So I already have the image with me, so I'm going to start the virtual machine. So this is Oracle VirtualBox. If you are not familiar with Oracle VirtualBox, it's too late to teach it here. You have to have understanding what is Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, so this is a type 2 hypervisor, so I'm going to use this to do the virtualization. All right, so I'm going to start a new virtual machine. So I'm going to click new. From here I'm going to give a name to the VM. So I'm going to say NAS practical, or just say NAS true, right? Then select the image. From here I already have the image in my desktop, TrueNAS ISO. Clicking it, and for the type, go for Linux. So this is a Linux distribution, and go for other Linux. Okay, then click next. So for TrueNAS, you have to have at least 8 GB of RAM. Okay, if you don't have that amount of RAM, they are going to give you an error. Not an error, just a warning. So in this case, I'm not going to go for 8 GB of RAM. but I'm going to go for 4 GB. But if you have enough memory in your system, if you want to do the practical smoothly, go for 8 GB. All right. For my CPU, I have 12 cores, so I'm going to go 6 cores. And for the installation, the minimum capacity that you need for the hard disk is 16 GB. So I'm going to go for 16. Then next, finish. All right, so I'm going to start the VM. Let's see what's going to happen. Might take some time. All right. All right, it's working. So press enter or press space to pause, and if you press enter, I think it's going to start. Yeah. Not going to put on full screen because it doesn't make any difference. So I'm going to keep it as it is. All right, so from here, you have to select the first one. So press enter, enter, yes. And from here, I'm getting the error. Not the error, it's just a warning, right? What they're saying is, this computer has less than recommended 8 GB of RAM, and operations without enough RAM is not recommended. Continue anyway. Yeah, continue. Then I have to select the hard disk. So I'm going to select this, press space, then there are going to be a star there, then press OK. Here there you can see there's a star. Then OK. From here, there's going to say that they're going to remove everything in the selected drive, so I don't mind, that's a virtual drive. So yes, and give a password. Do not forget this password, okay? So you are going to need this password. So I'm going to give the password as admin, and admin one more time, and I'm going to say okay. Then boot with BIOS, why not? And now we have to wait, right? Now we have to wait for the installation. So once we are done with the installation, we can go with the next steps. All right, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take, probably 5 to 10 minutes, maybe. Depends on your spec of the computer. So I'm going to leave it, and I'll be back when the installation is done. All right. Okay, I'm back and the installation is done, and press OK. Right, now you have to restart your system. So I'm going to just shut down the system from here, press space, and once I shut down the system, there are some things that you have to do. I'll tell you what are the things that you have to do. Okay. Okay. Okay, so go to settings from here. First, go to storage. Now we no longer need this ISO file, so remove it. So remove the attachment. Done. And then the next thing is, we don't have a GUI in NAS. What we have is like a web-based GUI. That means we have to access the GUI using a web browser. That means we have to use a different computer to access the GUI. So in this case, I can use my host computer because the NAS is running in a virtualization layer. So I can just like access the virtual machine using my Windows 10 host computer, Windows 11 host computer. So to do that, I have to remove this, change this attachment to bridge adapter. That means now the VM, my computer, and whatever the devices that connected to my home router, everyone in the same network, right? So I'm gonna make it a bridge adapter. Gonna press OK because my computer IP is 192.168.1.6, right? So my NAS server should get an IP address from the same range. So I'm gonna start a normal start. When we are doing this, it's gonna run the initial startup. So from here, they are gonna get IP address for the web based GUI. Then I can access the web based GUI. Not sure how long this will take. Let's just wait, right? Let's just wait. So the BIOS drive C is disk 0. Then boot true NAS. Okay, it's going to automatically boot the true NAS, right? Okay. This might take some time as well. Not sure. Let's just wait and see what's going to happen. Okay. It says this is going to take a long time in here, but we'll see. Okay. Right. Nice. So we got IP. It's 192.168.1.60. So I'm going to type this IP in my web browser. Then I should be able to access it. 192.168.1.60. Yes, I have the web browser, web interface. So I had to sign in. So remember, the default username is root. And the password is the password that you gave when you are installing the NAS. So I gave as admin. So I'm going to press enter. I'm in. Okay. So now you can see the web dashboard is very nice, right? Like you can see the features and everything here. It's very detailed, right? So what you have to do is, once you do the practical up to this point, you have to go through all these menus, see what are the things that you have. So just for an example, so you can see the CPU. If you go to this chart, you can see where you have spikes and what is the utilization the past week. You can check everything, long term, mid term, everything. And other than that, you can go to system and general and see different kind of information and the tasks, network, and also you can I think you can add this to Active Directory as well. See, Active Directory is also here. That means so we did the Windows server installations, and we can add this solution to our domain and use it in the Active Directory. And there are lots of services that this is offering. You can see like bunch of services, right? Go through this, right? And in the next video, you can see the virtual machine service, right? It provides virtual machines as well. So let's go through these services in the next video, but you have to do up to this point. And once you do your practical up to this point, just go through this menu. It's not gonna blow up if you just click these buttons and go through these things. No, it's not gonna happen. Just go through these things and see what are the things that you can do with this, because there are so many things that you can do with this solution. So in the next video, we are gonna discuss about RAID configs, implement a RAID here, and share, make a file pool and share it with users, and log in to that file shares using some sort of user account. We'll see what we can do. And I'm gonna stop the video from here, and I'll see you guys in the second video. So thank you.